fully remember right now.
It's in 2020.
Okay.
So why, after referencing the service rules, being aware of the relevant regulation, why did you still go ahead and decide to terminate their services? That I can't understand. Any reason?
No, the only reason is it was an oversight anyway.
Oversight of what?
Of not considering the notice period.
Oh, but you know, if your service act to terminate you, Mr. Touray, you are entitled to a notice. This you know. Do you not think the same thing applies to other employees as well?
Yes.
So why did you not do it? You would have demanded for adequate notice, even if there are grounds for termination. And these two, they continue to work because they have been called by their colleagues to come and work. And the reason that you have given was found to not be true because they continue to work. You had something against them?
Absolutely no.
Now, when you were there as CEO, did you contract any loan from any financial institution? Do you recall?
No, maybe overdraft.
Overdraft?
Yes.
How many times have you contracted an overdraft from the financial institution? Do you have the numbers?
No, I cannot remember.
If you asked to write us down the overdrafts you have secured from the banks or financial institutions, will you able to do it? And how did you secure these overdrafts? What is the process that you follow?
We informed the finance committee.
The finance committee?
Yes.
How do you inform them?
By holding a meeting.
Okay.
Then we apply to the bank.
Who applies to the bank?
I write the application.
And then, that's all?
We take it to the bank.
Yes.
And we are given approval for the overdraft.
Will the council be aware of this overdraft?
Yes, because it is always on salaries. They are aware of it.
Do they give their approval, council?
At the committee level, yes, they give.
At the committee level, the committee is not council. The committees don't make decisions. They make recommendations. They don't have binding powers. Their recommendations are not binding. They are mere recommendations. There is no committee that's recommendations are binding. Who formed the committee? Is it not you?
Pardon?
You formed the committee?
No.
Who formed the committee?
The council.
The council?
Yes.
But you go by the recommendations of the committee and then you take it as final?
Exactly.
So we don't have any approval from council?
No.
But you don't have the power.
But it is reported at the council level.
Do you have records of minutes, records of report of these overdrafts in council level, during council meetings?
Anyway, unless I consult them for
unless you consult them.
Yes.
So we'll need it for every overdraft you have taken. We will need you to provide us with the relevant procedure that was taken. And if you have a council resolution, we will need it as well. Salary increment, have you had salaries or allowances increased during your time? Precisely from 2018 to 2020?
Yes.
How many times have you increased the salaries or allowances?
The one I can remember is the annual increment.
The annual increment.
Yes.
When was this?
Every year salaries increase from one grade point to another grade point.
Every year they increase?
Yes.
How? Who sanctioned this increase? This every year.
And the integrated pay scale?
The integrated pay scale?
Yes.
So from 2018 there was a salary increment, and 2019 too?
Yes, every year you are moved from a grade point to another grade point.
For every employee, you mean?
Yes.
From one grade point to the other?
For instance, if you are in grade 1.1, after serving 1 year, you will be moved to grade 1.2, 1.3.
That's for all employees?
Yes.
So every year their grade will increase?
Yes.
Is that a directive you had?
No, that is how it is in the integrated pay scale.
Integrated pay scale?
Yes.
So please, the increment that occurred during your period, you will need details of the salary and allowance increment. Were you employing staff in 2018?
Where?
Were you, as CEO, employing staff of council in 2018?
Yes, some staff were employed.
What is the grade that you are allowed to employ?
Grade 3.1.
Grade 3.1?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have the list of the people you have appointed from 2018 to 2020?
No, I don't have the list.
Yes, but you are able to provide us with the list of employment that you have? Now, how do you employ staff from with grade 3.1 level? Do you have a committee that sits over it?
Yeah, the establishment committee.
And they will make recommendations?
Yes.
Do they send applications, the staff?
Yes, we do inform. They are all aware of it.
So there will be an establishment committee meeting for this employment?
Yes, because already it has been budgeted for.
Yes.
Those vacant positions have been budgeted for.
Now, do you have a strategic plan from 2018, 2020?
That I cannot remember whether there was a strategic plan at that period.
Well, the audit report of 2019 says there was no strategic plan, there was no operational plan. There was no operational plan. Is that correct?
Yes.
Why is that? Do you know?
No. Actually, we never provide the operational plan.
Have you had strategic plan?
Strategic plan, no, by then.
As well. But
No.
do you know why that is the case? Do you know why you don't have a strategic plan?
Anyway, I was aware that the ministry in consultation with UNDP were working on it, and all councils were provided with a strategic plan, but I cannot remember it was which year, whether it was around the 2020.
A fixed asset register?
Not updated, I can remember.
Since when? When was the last update?
That I cannot remember when was the last update.
You can't remember when the last update was?
For it?
You can't remember when the last update?
No.
Have you had advisors at level of council?
No.
Consultants?
No.
Legal advisors?
No, I cannot remember.
Companies?
Companies like,
Whether a council engage in procuring shares in companies or the formulation of companies?
No.
Any form of company or any businesses that council may have?
no,
Now, the authority for expenditure, do you have a threshold at the level of council as to what limit the CEO has in relation to authorizing expenditure?
no, there was no threshold.
So who has the discretion?
Pardon?
Who has the ultimate discretion to decide expenditure?
Is the CEO in consultation with the finance department?
Finance department?
Yes.
The finance committee, you mean?
Pardon?
The finance department, the
finance committee.
The finance committee?
Yes.
How do you consult them?
When we have meeting, at times we do tell
Have you
them.
been consulting them?
During meetings,
Have you been consulting your finance committee?
yeah, we do brief them during finance committee meetings.
Do you have minutes of the briefings?
Unless I consult the office and get those minutes there.
Do you have minutes of meetings wherein you have consulted?
Yeah, we were having minutes.
But Mr. Today, you don't take permission. You don't take any form of authority from anyone in council. You had sole discretion to authorize expenditure during your time. That's a fact. You were signing checks. You were
Yes.
making huge withdrawals from the accounts. Is that your unilateral decision, or you were doing this together with the chairman? The withdrawals you were making, was this together with the chairman or with the finance director, or is it a sole decision-making process?
Actually, I know most of those transactions.
You have?
Most of those transactions, the chairman is aware of it because we do report to the chairman too.
You do report to the chairman?
Yes.
How do you report to the chairman?
Going to his office.
How is this reporting done?
Anyway, I just go to his office and give him all the activities that is taking place, inform him about all the activities taking place.
Do you have evidence of that?
No.
So how are we to trust what you are saying?
There are no records, but it was happening.
It was happening. So if the chairman is to deny that,
Pardon?
if the chairman is to deny that,
If he should deny that,
yes.
I doubt it if he will deny
You
it.
want the commission to believe that for every expenditure you go and brief the chairman? That's not true.
Not every expenditure.
Knowing the way you operate in council, you would not do that. You don't have time to do that.
Not every expenditure.
Yes, exactly. It cannot be possible.
Yes, not every expenditure.
And you don't have records of the briefings as well. The financial manual requires, Mr. Touray, that you don't have, or no one in council will have, a sole decision to decide expenditures of council. You understand that?
Yes.
It rests on to you as CEO, the chairman or mayor or mayors, as the case may be, and council, general council at large. Are you aware of this? That there should be a threshold for every authority for expenditure. There should be a threshold for it, and the authority that should give approval for the expenditure. Are you aware of this?
Yes.
So you should sign together with the finance director. In your absence, the admin director. But it does not say that you have the authority to incur expenditure alone. So why do you take it upon yourself to decide the withdrawals that will be made, the deposits that will be made, and so on and so forth? What is to be purchased, what is not to be purchased? Why do you not follow due process? Yes?
Yeah, we are not following the due process.
But why? Where was that? So we have some of the withdrawals made by the staff of council. You know Babundur, for instance, the market master.
Yes.
You have your GT bank account, the area council account that he withdrew $165,000. You will sign the check together with the finance director.
Which year was it?
The voucher number is 30/03/22. That's the year 2022.
It was not during my time.
This is during the time of 2022 would be not your time, but that's correct. You left in 2020.
Yes.
Right. Now, your trust bank account, Babundur, made several deposits. There's a $50,000 deposit on the 5th of April 2019. Do you have your trust bank account with you?
Pardon?
Let me ask you to be given your trust bank account if we have it here. Babu made a deposit of $50,000, then $24,400 on the 3rd of May 2019, 16 May 2019, $48,500, 10 September 2019, $8,300, 18 September 2019, $20,000, 14 October 2019, $10,000, 1st November 2019, $30,000, 9th November 2019, $17,000. 27 December 2019, $5,000. 10th January 2020, $6,500. 14th of January 2020, $6,000. 20th of January 2020, $40,000. 12th June 2020, $9,000. 25th of June 2020, $10,000. 26th of June 2020, $10,000. And 11th of July 2020, $10,000. Why was he making all these deposits into your account?
I was giving him those monies for him to deposit them into my account.
Why were you giving him monies to put into your account?
Pardon?
Why were you giving him monies to deposit into your account?
Why? Where?
You giving him monies to deposit into your account?
Because I used to send him to the bank to deposit them for me.
What was the source of these funds?
Pardon?
The source of these funds?
Sources.
Yeah.
Here they were my money. I stated here that I was having a business.
Which you cannot prove. Which you don't have proof of.
Actually, I have proof of it.
Where is the proof?
I brought some of those documents here.
You don't have proof.
Currently, the vehicles that I'm having for sale.
You don't have proof. Omar Sonko, same. 91,000 in August, 17,000 in November, 40,000 in December, and 10,000 in December again. Is the same thing?
Yes.
Magic Sonko, for all the debits as well, the same thing?
Yes.
Nyakasi Kasama, $120,000 from Trust Bank, and 70,000. The same thing as well?
Yes.
Lamin Jame, 40,000.
Lamin?
Jame.
Yes.
40,000 in February 2020, and 20,000 on the 8th of July 2020. It's all the same thing.
Yes.
All right. You have proof of this, Mr. Touray? We will really welcome that. You cannot establish the source of all these funds. You are in charge of public funds as a chief executive officer.
Okay. Anyway, I can show you the certificate that I have when my house was completely burned, and some of those documents were burned there. Currently, the ones I'm having is only the cars that were brought under my custody. Had it been my house was not burned, I would have brought all the documents that we are talking of the items which were sent to me.
Today we all carry our cross. Do you have an IT policy?
No.
In council, you don't. A training policy?
A what?
Training policy.
No, there is no training policy.
A fuel register.
There is no fuel register.
Now let me ask that you be given the 2019 audit report. Do you have it?
Yes.
Please turn to page 14. You have 2.5, the heading salary preparation without payment vouchers. In 2018, you will see a table where salaries were prepared without the necessary payment vouchers. Have you seen that?
Page 14.
Page 14, 2.5. You have seen that?
Yes.
It says examination of sample expenditure vouchers against the cash work reveals salary preparation without payment vouchers. Salaries are paid using the salary schedule only. Why would you not prepare salary vouchers for this payment?
Okay, what I can remember here, we were having a software that we were using.
Yes.
And that software, it can generate the payroll register, it can generate the pay slips, but the payment voucher, they say they are not seeing any document called the payment voucher. So when that happens, we have to consult the supplier, and from there he was able to give us the template of a voucher sort of.
So you have all these vouchers?
Yes, they are there.
Salaries, there's a way that you prepare salaries, going by the manual, right? There's a way you prepare salaries going by the manual.
Yes.
Why did you not follow the process of salary payment?
Because by then the template we were having, all the necessary information were on it.
Then you will still have a voucher. Whether
Yeah.
it is an electronic system or a manual system, you will still have a voucher.
Yeah.
So where are these vouchers?
The vouchers are there right now.
So you can get these vouchers?
Yes.
All right. So we will need you to provide these vouchers. The total is $507,692.52.
It's noted.
Now, on page 16,
Mr. Touray,
Yes.
what is the implication of you as the CEO using the salary schedule without the voucher? What is the implication?
The implication is showing that salaries were prepared, but there was no payment done. Because in that template, we have a signatory sheet that we are using. And any employee that may receive your salary, you have to sign that signatory sheet. And we have a detailed information on the same sheet that shows all the earnings of each of the staff. But there is no document that indicates voucher.
Yes.
That was the query that they made here. So we had to consult the guy responsible. That was the time he created.
Yes,
the document.
I will give you an example. Please take a look at, we have admitted a payroll which is for 2018. And you look at the second page. I did some writings there. And I want you to explain to us why you have serious differentials in the salaries of two people, for instance, Fabakary Fofana and Omar Sonko. They are all senior collectors. Why is it that there is such a huge differential in salary? Please give it to him. Thank you. Fabakary Sonko and
Fabakary Fofana and
the two.
Omar Sonko.
Yes.
I think Omar is more a senior staff than Fabakary.
What is the senior grade level?
Omar was a senior revenue collector.
Grade level.
Pardon?
I'm asking the grade level for a senior collector.
Actually, I cannot remember right now, unless
Please note it and provide for us the grade levels.
for senior revenue collector.
Yes. You have indicated that you have a system where everything is inputted in the system and it generates, you know, did you say it's a voucher? Or what is it called?
It generates the salary slip. It generates.
No, I want to understand whether it is a voucher that is generated from the system or it's a schedule that is generated from the system.
It's a payroll system. It's a payroll system.
Yes, so please provide for us within your period, because you've been asked the question whether you have been increasing salary. We want to see the incremental points that has happened over the years when you were there for each employee on the payroll. That will give us an idea as to the differentials that I showed you there. Now for Omar, one is earning 19,000, the other one is earning 34,000. Is that correct?
Annually.
That's annual?
Yes.
Yes. So why the differentials of over 14,000?
I know Omar is more a senior collector than Fabakary.
All right, thank you. You will bring us the information from the period that you were there. You understand?
Okay.
And the correct payroll that you were using.
Okay.
For the period in question.
Okay.
All right. You can give him back the document. Council, you may proceed.
Now, in the cash book, the main cash book, there were some postings that were not done. Page 16, you will see that you procured market tickets, and the value is $75,000 from GPPC. But this was not posted into your cash book.
It was not posted in the cash book.
Yes.
That must be an oversight from the Director of Finance, who is responsible for the postings.
Look, Mr. Touray, whatever is the responsibility of the Director of Finance is your responsibility as Chief Accounting Officer.
Yes.
So we don't want to hear that. It's your responsibility to make sure that you have proper updates
Yes.
So if you don't do your reconciliation, your bank reconciliations against the cash book, then you cannot.
That's quite true.
Yes, so therefore you cannot tell us this is the responsibility of the Director of Finance. He does it on a daily basis, the postings, but you check it at the end of the month.
Yes.
Make sure it makes sense in relation to the finances of council, the bank and the cash book. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So if you don't have this in your cash book, of course you don't do bank reconciliation. If you ever conduct a financial statement, it will be wrong, totally wrong. Is that not the case?
Yes.
Now, there were also a series of unposted collections as well on page 17. It says that the following table below relates to sample market tickets amounting to $318,734 were issued to collectors but could not be traced in their individual cash books. For instance, you have Babundu's cash book, the serial tickets 4737001 to 4738000 not posted in the cash book. And this goes on. So the individuals concerned or affected, Babundur, Jenaba Khan, Lang Suare, Sajo Chati, Azari Sonko. Yes, these individuals. How is this possible?
Actually, it usually happen when auditors come, because the market tickets are too much. They usually have some errors too.
No.
Because of the way.
It's an issue of the amounts not being posted.
Excuse me. At times they do post, and you will see a ticket is 10, a set is 10. Collectors usually post maybe half of it in this particular page. You see the other half in the next 2 or 3 pages. So when that happens, usually when auditors come, it usually happens. And when it happens, what we usually do is we invite that collector to come, give the individual all those numbers for him or her to go and verify. And when that happens, usually we see most of them in their cash books. This particular audit inspection, I was not in Kerewan by then.
2019.
When the time they were auditing, in 2021, I was not there.
Yes.
So.
But you responded, did they not tell you?
No, I didn't. I'm just seeing this audit report.
Yes.
When I went to the investigators, I was not even informed
Yes.
about this audit report. But the only thing I can say is.
The system you have is that you would check all these cash books when you were the CEO in Kerewan. Every collector comes to your office.
Not on this market ticket issues.
We don't know that. All we know is the collectors will say that you have been asking all of them to do expenditures at their own level.
Yeah,
the system you had. So if you do not have these numbers accounted for, it's probably because of the culture you've had in authorizing expenditure in a very informal way.
Council, most of these books are in their cash book.
Who signed their cash book?
I said most of these books may be posted in their cash books.
No, there's no evidence. That's what they are saying. But then if you look at the further comment, the author says there is no evidence of such.
Yes, now what I'm appealing is whether I can be given the chance for me to tell them what they should do to search them in their cash books. Because I was not there during the time of their auditing.
Absolutely. You will have the time to find evidence of these transactions and where the money is. It's not only enough for the money to be in their cash book. You have to tell us whether it has been deposited into the bank or you authorized expenditure. If not, you'll be responsible, Mr. Touray. But if you look at all their cash books, these individuals, they are in their cash books, it's very clear they have been cleared. There is no single collector who appear in this commission and it's not been cleared by you. All of you would have cleared these collectors already.
Council, for market ticket, it usually happens during auditing.
During?
Auditing, it usually happen.
What will happen?
These market tickets.
The annual audit.
Yeah.
That comes probably once every 2 years.
Yes.
But there is no internal audit. And all of them, you authorize expenditure, Mr. Touray. It's a fact. It's a fact. So now you come back and tell us where this money is.
Where the tickets are posted.
Or the money.
Okay,
or
fine.
Both.
Okay.
We need to know where they are posted, and we need to know how they have been admitted into the coffers of council.
Okay.
Whether into the bank's accounts or being paid to an officer in the finance department or to Mr. Touray as the CEO.
Okay.
That is the issue at the end of the day, Mr. Touray. It's not only enough for the money to be written into the cash book. We have to know where it is. Is that not the case? If it is spent, there has to be a voucher for it with the necessary adequate supporting documents. Do you not agree with that?
Anyway, we are going back
to...
Do
you not agree with that?
Actually, these are revenues that have been collected, and if at all they are posted in their cash book, then it has been receipted there.
Yes, if it is posted in the cash book.
It has been receipted there.
In the collector's cash book.
Yes.
But after the collection, the money must be either spent or deposited into the bank. Yeah. All of them will wait for your instruction. All of the collectors will wait for your instruction. Is that not the case? Is that not the case? Mr. Touray?
Yes.
All of them wait for your instructions. All the collectors.
Yes, I do instruct them.
Yes. In fact, they wait for you at the end of their collection for you to tell them what to do with the money. Actually, you have admitted that yesterday.
I do instruct them.
Yes.
I agree.
It's not like you instruct them, they had to wait for it. There's a difference. They cannot just collect revenue and go to the bank and pay. They cannot do that. You know what they have been saying? If they ever do that, they will be answerable.
No.
But that's their evidence.
Yes, we do inform them to go and deposit the money at the bank. So which of the banks, usually they have to call me to ask me, which bank should we deposit this money?
No, that's not true. They have to call you to ask you what they should do with the money. If you decide that they should put it into the GT bank, they will do that. If you decide that they will have to pay for something, they will have to do it.
No.
Do you understand? And they dare not do anything except you give them clear instructions. Correct?
I instruct them?
Yes, you instruct them. You have to instruct them, if not them. But the instruction should have been automatic. Going by the books of accounts, the relevant regulation. The first option is to pay the money to the bank. If you can't do that, pay the money to a cashier. And it is entered in the cash book. And the cashier will now take the money to the bank. Or if you need some money, there will be a petty cash float that should be raised in the proper manner. But you don't follow all that. You use council's money as if it is your own personal money. Mr. Touray, you have a whole bank that you call the area council, that the monies that are paid to the account or are collected on a daily basis, you decide how it is done. Just you, nobody else. And you think that's normal? In fact, it's all of you, all of the CEOs. Now, the same page, you had paid about $539,308. On page 18, you turn to page 19, you will see the amount of the money. It says that these payments were raised but were neither signed by the officer making the payment nor the vote controller, that's you, the CEO, but you authorized payment. There's a cost of spare parts. Azimex, you know Azimex at Old Joshua? $2,600. Not properly authorized, no supporting document. Cost of gas oil for Kerewan Area Council 2. Who drives that car?
KC2. But then it was my car. It was my official car.
You see? You purchased from Jar Oil $4,558. Where did you get this money? I'm asking you, who authorized you to do this expenditure?
I didn't do the expenditure.
Who did the expenditure then? If you don't do the expenditure, if you did not, who did?
Actually, I cannot remember, but
You don't have to remember, the expenditure is made.
I do take fuel supply at Jar Oil at times, and it is paid by the collectors.
You don't have to take fuel apart from the one that is duly appropriated to you.
Yes, that's the one.
But it's not the case. That's not the case in this one. Where do you get the money? Because you have access to these revenue collectors. They put money into your account. You have Momodu Fofana. Who's Momodu Fofana? Purchase lubricants and spare parts for $2,150. Who is Momodu Fofana?
I don't know.
By the way, your voucher number is 61 for the fuel you have purchased. And you need to identify all these vouchers, please.
Okay.
And Babakar Mane, you hired tractor from Babakar Mane?
Yes, we were hiring tractor.
From Babakar Mane.
I cannot remember the people whom we are, but as far as the document is Babakar Mane, then it's Babakar Mane.
Now, Lamin A.S. Mane, you know Lamin A.S. Mane?
No.
No, Lamin A.S. Mane, when you were paying your friend for the borehole.
Yes. But I don't know any Lamin A.S.
Payments
Mane.
were transferred into his account.
I didn't see this document.
You don't see this?
I didn't see any of this document.
Which document is that?
The one you have to go, this Lamin A.S. Mane. I cannot remember any document by the name Lamin A.S. Mane.
Yes, here I will show it to you. Let me show you this voucher. Yes, do you recognize that voucher?
Yes, but I cannot remember this.
Come again?
I cannot remember it. I cannot remember
What
it.
do you mean you cannot remember it? Is that a Kerewan area council voucher?
Yes.
Did you authorize that voucher? Did you sign that voucher? Given your authority for payment?
Yes, I signed for it.
Given your authority for payment?
Yes.
Okay. Let me have that voucher admitted. Right. We apply to tender a voucher. It is a photocopy. The date is 30th of April 2019. Accompanying the voucher is a contract attached to the voucher. together with invoices from Sane and Sons Enterprise.
A payment voucher addressed to Lamin AS Marina, dated the 30th of April 2019, and attached to this payment voucher is a receipt from, the writings is not clear from this. Can you help us, Mr. Touray? This receipt is from which company? Because the photocopying is not clear.
It is Sane Enterprises General Merchandise,
Okay.
Clearing Agency and Construction.
I will take that again. A payment voucher dated the 30th of April 2019, and it is addressed to Lamin AS Marina. And attached to this payment voucher is a receipt from Sane Enterprise General Merchandise, Clearing Agency and Construction, dated the 30th of April 2019 also. The receipt indicates a sum total of $510,000. These two documents are admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and they are marked as LGC/KEAC/SKT/004.
As the Commission pleases. Yes. May we please have the exhibit? Now, Mr. Touray,
Yes.
please have a look at this voucher. Now, who raised that voucher?
This voucher was raised by, I think, Ablai Khan.
You think? Let's not think here. Let's be certain.
Actually, I think it's the Director of Finance.
Please, Mr. Touray, we want to be certain.
It's the Director of Finance.
He signed?
Pardon?
Did he sign the voucher?
Yes.
Now, there should be a column for the accounts clerk that should raise the voucher. Should the Director of Finance raise a voucher?
Yes, in that council, yes.
In that council?
Yes.
So in that council, you have your own way of doing things?
No, this is the voucher we found there.
Is there?
This is the type of voucher I
But then
found.
the Director of Finance should not be raising vouchers. You have accounts clerks?
Yes.
Is that not the case?
Yes.
So that's not the role of the Director of Finance to do. But now you have raised the voucher. You also signed the voucher?
When he raised vouchers?
You have signed the voucher?
Yes.
Authorizing payment?
Yes.
To who? Who is the payee?
Islamin A.S. Marina.
Now, why did you pay to Lamin A.S. Marina? You cannot recall. Now you can recall. Why did you not pay to Lamin A.S. Marina?
Council, unless I go back and look at
the voucher is before you. Why will you go back to do what?
Yeah, yes, because we gave out so many projects.
Here you have the documents. You have the contract there with you.
Yes.
And the voucher with you. The amount is $510,000.
Yes.
When are you going back to do what? To do what?
Actually, it is paid to Lamin A.S. Marina as advance payment.
Yes. Why did you pay to Lamin A.S. Marina? He's the contractor?
No.
So why did you pay to him?
Anyway, the check was paid to Lamin A.S. Marina.
You see, you act like you're in a primary school class. That issue has already been dealt with. We know the check is paid to Lamin A.S. Marina. That is not the question now. Now we want to know why. As CEO, why did you pay to Lamin A.S. Marina? You're now telling me anyway it is paid to Lamin A.S. Marina.
Yes, I cannot remember the instruction given for us to raise the check in the name
Who will
of
give you
Lamin A.S. Marina.
instructions?
Maybe the company.
Maybe the company.
Yes.
Maybe. Or maybe who else?
I can only talk about the
You have never spoken to the company.
That's quite true.
You don't even know where the company exists.
Yes.
The company was represented by Nyakase Gasama without no authority. Is that not the case?
Yes.
So now why did you pay to Nyakase? So sorry to Mr. Marina.
Actually, I cannot just remember why was it paid.
It's not like you cannot remember. There is no reason. There is no genuine reason. Let me add the word genuine there as to why you should pay to him. He is also a civil servant.
Yes.
He works for the community development. You know him?
Yes, I know him.
Yes. You see Mr. Touray? You were running a fraudulent scheme in Kerewan.
Actually, for this one, unless you
are running a fraudulent scheme in Kerewan. You know Mr. Marina, so it is not by mistake that you pay to Mr. Marina. You know why I pay to Mr. Marina? Because Mr. Gasama asked you to pay to Mr. Marina. You had no business with Mr. Marina. You went and gave her a contract of $850,000, is very insane amount. You can't back up that money. You can't defend paying that money. You don't follow procurement process. You went and did a borehole knowing fully well that is not the price for a borehole. And in turn you receive monies from Mr. Gasama. Very deceitful, Mr. Touray.
I cannot remember receiving.
You don't have to remember anything.
Yeah.
You don't have to remember anything. But the law is simple. If you don't make authorized payment in the right manner, you are liable. That's what the law says. That you are liable and you must pay for the money. you are liable. You have to pay for the money. So Touray, you know you did not follow due process in making that payment. That's a fact, correct?
Yes.
The law, let me read it to you, page 8, chapter 2, section 202 of the Financial and Accounting Manual of a Local Government Area Council, the role of the Chief Executive Officer. It says, as the accounting officer of council, you will be responsible for the personal general management and supervision of the financial and accounting operations of the councils and the safeguarding of council's assets in accordance with the relevant laws, emphasis added, of the Local Government Act 2002, that he is personally responsible for the due performance of the financial duties of council, observance by employees of council of all financial and accounting instructions, proper disbursement of such money. That is C, the proper disbursement of such money from the purchase of goods or acquisition of services for the day-to-day administration of the council, and to ensure that the adequate steps are taken for proper control of financial transactions under his control. Do you see this?
Yes.
So where you have not done this, you have violated the law, Mr. Touray, and sadly enough, at will. At will. It's by design. You know what Mr. Mariana said in his statement?
No.
On the 28th of February 2025, that on the issue of the $510,000, I do not know anything about this transaction because I neither worked for Kerewan Council nor did I have any transaction with council. During the period to receive money from council. Meanwhile, as per the payment voucher, it is in my name as the first part payment of Darussalam Bohol Drill. I don't know anything about this transaction and I didn't receive money from council or Nyakasi. He's denying you people, knowing you people like Peter denied with Jesus Christ. Very sad. But you know Mr. Marena.
Yes, I know him.
Yes, and you know he doesn't work for council.
No?
And you know you should not pay money to him. Correct?
Yes.
So why did you pay to him? Mr. Touray, you admit that all payments made to Mr. Nyakasi did not follow due process?
Yes.
And the same thing to the payments made to Nyakasi through Mr. Maren. Now, for this value of the money, of money, was council aware, the chairman aware of this?
Of what?
Of this payment?
Pardon?
Was the chairman aware of this payment? These payments made to Mr. Marena?
No, he's not aware.
He's not aware.
No.
Now please turn to page 21. Are you there with us?
Yes.
Now, it says third-party collections of GTRs, reconciliation of the counter for a receipt book register, there's the CRBR, against the collector's cash book, revealed that the following general duplicate receipts were issued to particular collectors, but actually revenues on them were collected by different collectors. Why was that the case? One revenue collector collecting revenue for another person. Why was that the case?
Which page?
21.
I didn't have page 21 here.
You give him your copy because he doesn't have, the copy he has that page missing.
Thank you. You have seen that? A receipt issued to one collector and the revenue collected by another collector. Are we together, sir?
Yes.
Why is that? Why was it happening?
These people were not supplied with GTR books. They were supplied with market tickets. They are all market collectors.
They are all?
Market collectors.
So they don't have GTR?
No, they were supplied with market
So
tickets.
these serial numbers, the CRBR will indicate who was assigned or who was given these tickets.
These are market tickets anyway. And the CRBR is under the custody of the Director of Finance.
Yes. And so what is your point?
So actually for these ones, I think the Director of Finance may be at a better position
To answer.
to answer.
Let me give you that one, Mr. Touray. Now we have an amount of page 22, $807,335 that were paid on page 22 without adequate supporting documents. You will find that on Annex 1. You turn back towards the end of the report, just few pages, you will see Annex 1. Now payments were authorized in 2018, but there were no supporting documents. You're there?
Yes.
You have seen the Annex
Yes.
1? Okay, you have 30th of July 2018, the payee is Ibrahim Sise, the voucher number 35, is a payment for 100 AMP battery for Kerewan Area Council 2. That's your vehicle, right?
Yes.
$4,000. Oh, you only have a receipt. You did not follow procurement process. Where did you get that money? You paid in cash?
It was paid cash.
You paid in cash. You purchased this.
No.
Who purchased it?
It is purchased at the sub-treasury level.
Yeah, but you purchased it because you instruct them to buy the battery.
Yes.
Now, why did you not follow procurement process?
No, there was no due procurement process taken.
Why? Is your personal vote? The account is yours?
No.
The people of Kerewan were working for you. They work for their CEOs and their finance directors and their chairman as well. So you had authority to spend this money in the manner in which you did. Touray,
Yes.
have you the authority to spend this $4,800 in the manner in 2018 without following due process?
No.
So that expenditure is unlawful.
Sorry?
It's an unlawful expenditure.
Yes.
Again, we have cost of spraying of Kerewan Area Council 3, is that the Director of Finance's vehicle?
Yes.
$10,000. Why would you spend $10,000 to spray a vehicle?
I think it had some damages on the body.
This is a priority?
There was some panel beating done on the vehicle.
This is a priority? You don't have priority of expenditure? You can't even pay salaries, but you're taking overdrafts?
Yeah,
you're thinking of spraying a vehicle?
But then the vehicle body had a serious damage.
No, it didn't say that. It says painting.
It was
spraying.
only, it was panel beating and spraying.
It did not say panel beating and spraying. It didn't say that.
That's the description they gave there.
No. It says being cost of general spraying of Kerewan Area Council 3.
There was some panel beating done there too.
That's your evidence. If you can add anything you want to add, we're going by what we see. And you authorize this expenditure?
Yes, I made the approval.
Without any supporting document? You have the payment of fuel for council tractor, an EC tractor. What is an EC tractor?
Pardon?
What is EC tractor?
EC tractor. It is a council tractor given to us by EC.
No, it's an abbreviation. I want to know what EC is.
I think it is European Community.
European Community?
Yes.
Now, you spent $3,285, no supporting documents. You have payment of lubricant for the council vehicles, $5,900 is only a receipt attached. Payment of cost of cash power supply to council, $200. Payment of cost of spare parts for Kerewan Area Council, $15,100. We don't even know the spare parts you have purchased, but the vouchers would have explained exactly what spare parts you're referring to. You have 1st of July 2018, payments made to Ibrahim Nyang, payment of cost of hiring of tractor to Kerewan Area Council for clearing of illegal dump site, $8,500. How much do you spend in hiring tractors? How much?
It depends on the negotiation.
My friend, I'm not asking you what it depends on. How much do you normally spend?
Actually, I cannot just tell you how much we normally
What
spend.
is the average amount you would purchase, you will hire a tractor for?
Council, it will be very difficult for me to tell you that.
Why?
Because it depends on the agreement between us and the tractor owner.
No, it should depend on the market price. That's why there has to be a market survey. That's why there has to be a procurement process. So that you know this is the amount that you are expected to spend when it comes to the hiring of tractors. Do you understand that?
Yes.
It's not your property. Even your own business, Mr. Touray, you would not manage it in this manner. You agree? You are not going to allow anyone to manage your own private business in this manner, will you?
No.
Exactly. So why did you do it? Then why were you managing the area council in this manner? Devoid of all regulations and procedures and laws and policies. You just don't care. Who were you hiring tractors from at the area council? In Kerewan?
In Kerewan?
Yes.
I cannot remember in Kerewan hiring tractor there.
You can't remember anyone?
It's Para or Farafenya.
No, I mean Kerewan area council, the area council itself.
We do hire tractors around Kerewan, around Farafenya.
From which?
Either Farafenya or Bara.
Who would you normally hire tractors from?
I cannot remember their
But
names.
Nyakasi? You have been having tractors from Nyakasi?
Never.
You have not?
No.
Or you don't know?
Never.
Never.
Yes.
See
During my
how you
time.
talk with certainty when you believe in certainty.
During my time. No.
But during your time, who do you hire from?
Pardon?
During your time, who do you hire from?
It's either from Farafenya or Bara.
Now, the Annex 1, the list goes on. There was a 400,000 paid to council's contribution to gum works for their project within their locality. What project was this?
It's council's counterpart contribution.
There was no document prepared for this?
Yeah, that was a document. That was a document prepared by Gumworks.
You want to see this particular payment, the necessary vouchers that you have raised. You have not raised any. Of course you have, but there were no supporting documents. The voucher number 67. And the project 4, which you are making your counterpart contribution. I mean, it's 267, same voucher as well. Is again another contribution for $300,000. The total payment is $807,335. 60. Sorry, no brutal. Sorry. So please get us the relevant documents for this particular payment. Are you done?
Yes, I noted them down.
We have overstatements as well. We have overstatements. Before that, we have on page 24 a significant difference between the general ledgers and the statements. It says reconciliation of components between the financial statements and the ledger balance for revenue revealed a cumulative difference of $5,315,298. Do you understand? So for instance, for licenses, says the ledger states $2,899,132. But the statement, the financial statement reads $4,323,719. We have a difference of $1,424,587. Why would you have this difference?
It's which page there?
Come again?
Which page?
24. 24. Yes? Do you have an explanation for that?
No, I have no explanation for this one unless I see the records.
You need time
Yes.
to see the records. Okay, Mr. Touray, you can reconcile the ledger together with the financial statements and come back. On page 27, you have an issue of overstatements in the cash book. It says the cash book against the treasurer's GTR book revealed discrepancies between the two records, an overstated difference of $66 $1,481. So what you have in your receipt will be different from what you will have in the cash book. For instance, 22nd of March 2019, receipt number 2780617, the amount you have in your receipt is $17,410, but the amount in the cash book is $17,770. Should the two not be the same?
Pardon?
Should the two not be the same, what you have in your receipt and in your cash book?
Yes, it should be the
So
same.
why would you have a difference?
There can be some errors which, we have to go back and look at the cash book.
What kind of error?
There can be some omissions done.
What kind of omissions?
Actually, Council, unless I go and look at the cash book with the Director of Finance to see what was the cause of it.
All right.
Let me find out from Mr. Touray. Who issues the GTR?
It's the Director of Finance.
Is the Director of Finance?
Yes.
But what is on the record is that the receipt, that is the GTR, that has been issued to clear a particular collector will be very different from what is contained in the cash book.
Yeah.
How would the finance director do that when you are the one that will okay, because you have stated in your statement that you issue verbal instructions for monies to be expended on salaries, fuel, cash power, etc., etc. So,
Yes. Now for this one, this particular receipt book is under the custody of the Director of Finance.
so which of the receipt books do you have custody of?
Now I have
This
no.
is just a sample of what we
Yes.
have seen in the vouchers.
This particular receipt book is under the custody of the Director of Finance.
That is the GTR receipt,
Yes.
receipt that is issued to the collectors. Is that what you?
There is another one that is issued to the Director of Finance himself,
Okay.
that he used to give receipts to each of the collectors when they come for reconciliation.
Okay.
So that receipt book have to be entered in the main cash.
How many GTR receipt books does he issue out as the Director of Finance?
It depends on the number of revenue collectors.
No, apart from the receipts that he issues to the revenue collectors, what other receipts does he issue out?
Tickets, there are no other receipts apart from tickets.
All right. Thank
Apart from GTR receipts, there are no other receipts.
Oh, thank you. Council, you may proceed.
Yes, let me refer to Annex 3. Just turn to Annex 3. Almost there.
That's which page?
Annex 3 is page 40, but the reference page is 28, where you have other statements in the cash book. You have a total amount of $1,137,051. There is a difference between the cash book and the Treasurer's GTR books. If we turn to Annex 3, you will see, for instance, in Annex 3 says the amount on the receipt, $86,392 is. Amount posted to the cash book is less, $83,392 is. So what you will have in the cash book is always less than what you will have in, said in the receipt. And that will give you $1 million is $137,051 is difference. Why would you understate revenue in your cash book?
Actually, unless I consult the Director of Finance.
You see, Mr. Touray, the Director of Finance testified, and he will come again together with you. We will write to you for some of these things and the withdrawals, and you will do it together. But he said that what you operated in Kerewan Area Council is an issue of absolute monarchy, where you decide exactly what you want, how you want it, when you want it. When it comes to payment, no one questions you.
But Council, here
Council
we
what?
are, we are talking of here this particular receipt books. I think receipt books, any amount that has been stated there by the Director of Finance should be the amount that should be posted in the cash book.
Yes, that should be the normal procedure.
Yes.
But then everybody starts with you.
But
Every collector in submitting receipt, they start with you.
That has nothing
And you will clear these people.
I think that has nothing to do with the transactions to be posted in the cash books.
But I don't know, you don't conduct any analysis of the accounts. You don't conduct any bank reconciliation. Nothing. You will have, they don't have all these things flagged.
Yeah, but
You're not interested.
But any amount that has been receipted has to be posted accordingly in the cash book.
But you see, how about if you give the instructions not to?
No, there's no instruction on that side.
So why would you have it to different?
No, actually, I think the Director of Finance should be at a better position.
Two of you are in a position to tell us. But you in particular, because you are the one who decided that you will not do any reconciliation. You are the one who decided that you will not check the accounts. But then the money, what is the source of your revenue? What are the main source of revenue of council?
License?
Yes.
Rate and taxes?
Yes.
Rent
And these are collected by revenue collectors. Correct?
Yes.
And all of them are saying, I have to see the CEO first. He has to tell me what I do with the money. All of them singing the same hymn song. All of them. That you must tell Pate and Amadou what to do with the money. Do you understand that? It was that bad, Mr. Touray. It was that serious. So now, you cannot come here with the Director to testify and now want to say that the Director of Finance should be answerable. He will be answerable, but you have the primary burden to carry. Is that not so? It happened on your watch. Is that not the case?
Yes.
Unless there are questions for the witness, we have few questions for the last audit report for 2020.
On the issue of what is the status of the toilets in Dungukabe, Lumo?
Pardon?
The status of the toilets at the Dungukabe Lumo. What is the status as we speak?
I cannot remember.
You cannot remember?
No.
As at the time, let's say from 2018 to 2021, what were the challenges for this Lumo toilet facilities? Because you have the same issue in Dungukabe, you have the same issue in Farafenye. Were you able to resolve it based on the findings of the auditors?
Yeah, unless I look at it, which year was it?
2018, 2019.
Yeah, 2018, 2019, I cannot remember where we work on Dungukabe toilet facility.
Sorry, I'm not speak into the mic, please.
I said in 2018.
Yes.
I cannot remember where we work on Dungukabe toilet.
You did not work on Dungukabe toilet?
I cannot remember it.
Did you have any? Did you receive the report, the 2018-2019? Because the auditors did a joint report for 2018 and 2019, and you left in 2021. Is that correct?
Yes.
So were you able to have a copy of the report?
No.
When did you leave in 2021?
January.
January.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
On the 2021 report, we have a few questions for you. Turn to page 63. Are you there?
Page 63.
Yes.
Yes.
If we refer to Annex A, there's an amount of $270,176.63 that you've authorized payment for without the necessary supporting documents. It was in 2020. All the payments were in 2020. You have payments made to Alassane Keita, payment of documentary by GRTS, Ibrahima Jame, Chief, payment of city allowance for January, car decoration shop, 2-car seat and 2-floor mat, and the list goes on, and the amount is $273,170.63. You've seen that.
Can you give me the page of the annex?
63. The annex page is 88.
Yes.
Yes. There is a situation for these payments. Why would you sanction payments without following due process?
Yeah, actually, for the GRTS.
Yes. Go ahead.
Unless I consult the office, so that we can get these documents from the office there.
No problem, Mr. Touray.
For Ibrahima Jame is a chief.
Yes.
Usually at the end of every month, we pay the chiefs
Right.
$1,500 as their sitting allowance.
Okay.
So he was paid the sitting allowance here of 1,500.
That's all?
For the car decorate shop, I cannot remember which particular vehicle is this.
Now you see the list. If you have any explanation to that, you can tell us. Subsequently, you can take your time and study it. And if you have the necessary supporting documents, you can bring it forward.
Okay.
You have a guest house in Farafenni?
Pardon?
A guest house.
Yes.
How many rooms?
I cannot, it's about 10 rooms, I think.
Who manages the guest house?
Okay, the time I was leaving Farafenni,
Yes.
there was no manager by then because it was not even functioning.
Okay.
We didn't even furnish the rooms, and we were communicating with Kamos when we realized that there were some issues that they need to correct.
Yes.
And that was the time I left.
But why did you not really make sure that the Farafenni guest house is up and running?
Actually, the time I was there, it was yet to be completed finally, for it to be handed over to us.
No, is this in 2019, 2020?
Yes.
It was ready, but it was left at a very bad state.
Yes, 2020, when I was living there, absolutely, there was nothing in any of the rooms.
But why?
Yeah, because it was in 2021 that we were planning to furnish all the rooms. And coincidentally, it was in the budget for 2021, and that was the time I left.
Do you have an asset register?
No, not updated one.
You don't have an asset register?
Yes.
All right. For the deposit made into your account for the $8,000 by Mr. Damfa, your EcoBank, we'll ask that you provide us with your EcoBank statement of account.
Yes.
When you come back next.
Yes.
That's all for this witness. Unless there are questions, we'll give him another day to reappear.
Okay. Mr. Touray.
Yes.
There has been a problem of lack of payment of transport allowance for the staff during your period. Why was that the case?
Actually,
and the second part of the question is that there was indiscriminate payment, like new staffs, new hired staffs would be paid transport, and the payment rate is also different. Is there no guidelines as to the payment of transport allowance for staff?
Actually, I can remember some of the staff, we were not paying them transport fares because
Why was that the case?
Because we thought that they were living in Kerewan itself.
Sorry?
They were living in Kerewan itself.
Yes.
So that was the reason why we were not paying them transport allowance.
But did you, as at that time, did you have an admin officer or director?
No, there was no
2018 to 2021?
No, there was no admin officer.
No admin personnel at all?
No.
So all administrative job is done by you?
Yes.
Thank you.
The GSM operators within your area council, how were you collecting their licenses?
We were sending their demand notes directly to their head office.
Where?
To their head offices.
Their head offices?
Yes.
Do you have evidence of those demand notes?
Yes. The evidences are there.
Okay. You will need them because we have like for instance, Africell Customer Care Center in Farafenye Bara. They were not paying operational fees.
Africell was paying operational fees, and we were charging them based on the number of antennas that they have within the region.
Who was collecting the operational fees?
It was collected from the head office. We sent somebody to go and pick the check, give them their receipts.
Okay, that's fine. And the same for Comium as well?
Exactly. The same.
Okay. The same as well for Gamcell?
Yes, all of them.
QCell?
Yes.
Shelton?
Where?
Fernando? Shelton.
No, I cannot remember any Shelton there.
Now, if you say they were paying, then it will need you to provide us with evidence of payment from 2018 to 2020.
Okay.
But Ja Oil Cement Factory as well, at the Bereto, were they paid their license?
The time I challenged them, that was the time they stopped operating. So they are paying only rates for the property.
Now, we will give you a list, but most notably these four: Africell, Comium, Gamcell, and QCell. These four GSM operators. And then the rest we will give you the list so that you provide us with evidence of payment, if any,
okay,
with respect to their operational license fees.
Okay.
From 2018 to 2020. 2020 years. That's all for this witness.
Mr. Touray, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
We will call you back after you've done the reconciliations for us. And we have requested that you provide us with some certain information. Please endeavor to do so.
Yes.
By Monday next week. All right?
Okay.
So you are discharged. Thank you. Can you please call in the next witness?
I think I should be giving this copy. Okay.
Good afternoon, Mr. Witness.
Good afternoon.
Welcome back to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and Related Matters.
Okay.
Mr. Witness, what is your religion?
I'm a Muslim.
In which language do you wish to make your testimony?
English.
Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation?
Okay. Affirmation.
Madam Chair, the witness wishes to make an affirmation. Okay, use your right hand, raise it up and repeat after me. I, Samba M. Kelly,
Samba M. Kelly,
do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Nothing but the truth.
Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness
Thank
is
you.
sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness for us to proceed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Lee.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
You are welcome.
Thank you.
Counsel, you may proceed.
Yes, so Mr. Lee, you took over from Seedy Touray at Kerewan Area Council,
Yes.
and you've been there for how many years? From 2022 to what date?
I took over from Mr. Touray February 15th, and I was there up to June. I was transferred to Janjambure Area Council.
You were only there for less than a year.
No, for 2 years.
Okay. To June which year?
2 good years, yes.
From 2020 to 2022.
From 2021, 2022, then 2023, I was moved to Janjambure.
From 2021.
Yes.
February 2021.
Yes.
All right. Now, when you took over from Mr. Touray, did he give you a hand-over note?
Yes.
Do you have a copy of the hand-over note?
Yes, I have a copy.
Can we please see the copy? Can we please see the copy?
I did not bring the copy, but it's with me. I can produce it.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
We would want you to write that down
Yes.
so that you may not forget.
Okay. Okay.
You done?
Yes, I'm done.
Now, when you took over from him, the Department of Finance, did you find any cashier on the ground?
No, there was no cashier during my time.
Now, when you were there as CEO, did you have any cashier employed?
No, I did not. There was no cashier employed, and I did not employ any cashier.
Why? Is there any reason why?
Well, we cannot employ at that rank. We employ only at the lower cadre, that is from grade 1 to grade 3 or 4.
3 or 4?
Yeah, yes.
Grade 3.
Grade 3, exactly.
Now, did you write the request for a cashier?
Yes, at one time we wrote to the ministry so that the service commission can appoint, and I wrote about, there were 5 vacancies at that time.
Will you have evidence of those correspondences?
Unless if I consult the staffs on the ground there.
Okay. Then who was performing the role of a cashier in council when you were there?
Well, there was no cashier. We were authorizing our revenue collectors to make payments.
Why would your revenue collectors make payment?
Well, I mean, that was what I found on the ground, and I was advised to do it like that.
Who advised you to do it like that?
You know, I have my lieutenants there, people like the director of finance, the planning director.
They are your lieutenants?
Yes, they are my people who I sit and discuss with.
And so they advise you to leave it like that?
Yes. Anyway, that's what we were doing, definitely, to be honest.
So those of your lieutenants advise you to leave it like that? Leave the status quo as it were at the time?
Anyway, we were assigning the revenue collectors to make payments, to be honest.
You as the CEO should probably be in the position to advise your finance director to know what is right for the management of council. Is that not the case?
Exactly, but at times you do take advice from them also. Not all the time that you advise them to do something. At times you also take advice from them as you are working with them.
But advising you not to have a cashier doesn't make sense to you? With your experience?
Having a cashier, that is very good. That will also help us. But I mean, you know, we cannot appoint. It's only the ministry that appoints.
No,
the service commission that appoints.
We've already exhausted that part that you did not write to the service commission. The question for one.
I told you we wrote. I found that there, and I also wrote to inform them that we need some positions in the council.
Okay. Now, it also does not, it's not advisable to have your revenue collectors who are taxed with collecting revenue to be making payments.
I agree.
So why did you follow that advice?
I agree.
So why did you follow that advice?
Well, I thought that it is in the interest of council. So this is why I accepted it.
How will that be in the interest of council?
Because might be, I mean, the cash will be safe and everything will be safe. So this is why we do it in that way. I do it in that way.
The cash is not safe. It's already spent in a very unconventional manner, disregarding all the rules. So the cash is not safe. How is the cash safe? When they make payments at their substation, when they collect revenue and pay whosoever you have authorized them to pay, how will the cash be safe?
They are revenue collectors. They are our staffs. We know them very well. This is why we authorize them to make payments on behalf of the council.
You don't have to know anyone. You don't have to even trust anyone.
I agree.
You don't even have to, there's not even a question to ask. When we work in public service, all you have to do is follow regulation.
Good.
As simple as that.
Accept.
It's not your personal business.
Yes.
So even your personal business, you would not run it in that manner.
Yes.
You would not trust people with your money, talk less of public funds. But to be honest, the revenue collectors, they don't have much to be blamed. You know, they are scared of you people.
But council, if you trust somebody and you are working with the individual, I think you can assign him or her to do some works for you.
There are laws that you must follow.
Yes.
The law says money collected must be deposited into the bank or paid into a receiving cashier.
Yes.
It says for expenditure there has to be a format to follow.
Okay.
In fact, tells you who has authority to incur expenditure. It tells you all that the different the classifications of expenditure. Whether it's for salary, it's for allowance, it's for payment to contractors, it's minor works, it's there, clear. Why is it hard to follow? Why? Tell me. Why is it hard to follow?
Follow
the law. You're probably one of the most, the longest serving CEOs. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah. You know, you have vast experience. Whatever you do that is irregular, for the most part, you do it at will.
No, not at will. I will do it
at will. You will do it what?
to suit the council or to suit anything that will favor the council.
No one appoints you to do things that you think will suit the council. They appoint you, the employer, to do things that are in accordance with law.
Exactly.
And if you do it in accordance with law, that is what will suit council.
Exactly.
Not your own decision making. In fact, the law says if you have to depart from these accounting rules or regulations, you must have clear, express consent. So you don't have a discretion there. You, the CEOs, the mayors, the mayoresses, you think you have discretion. You don't have discretion when it comes to money. The finance of council, the public finance, you don't have discretion. But to follow the law.
Exactly.
It's not a personal business.
Yeah.
Will you be able to be in a position to account for all the monies that you've asked them to spend?
No.
Why?
Well, for a period of 2 years, all these expenditures, you cannot be in the possession to...
So who will pay for that money? We have the list. We have, the books are there, books don't lie, so who will pay for that money that you can't account for? Who will pay for the money? You bought a house, you have your own compound. Is that not the case?
Who, me?
Yes. You don't have your own compound that you have built?
Yes.
Where did you have the money from? Is it not your salary?
From my salary, yes.
Yeah, but your salary cannot pay, cannot build a compound. Mister, that kind of compound. Gambian salary? We all live here.
But the other time I told you that I have my brothers, I have my relatives, I have my sons who are away.
A lot of them.
And I have supporters who supports me also.
A lot of them. I am still where I am, crawling and crawling, taking it one step at a time. Most people, that's what they do. Most people, that's what they do. My point is, you flouting the rules is designed. All of you people that have flouted these rules, it's not that you don't know. It's not like you don't know, you know. But when you create the loophole, you benefit from it, from this loophole. Otherwise, if you have no personal interest, you would follow the law. Now, what, you had procurement officer?
Yes.
Who was your procurement officer?
Well, it was Fatu Jaite.
She wrote to you?
She wrote to me, but the letter was not seen by me. I had it from the commission that she wrote to me.
No, the letter was seen by you. She confronted you on several occasions that you must follow procurement process. Correct?
She confronted me, but we were doing everything with her.
No.
Everything that we are doing, concerning about contracts, she was spearheading everything.
False.
No, it was not false.
It's false. Very false. You don't have evidence of that.
Council, how can you prepare a requisition, send to procurement office, approval is given, minutes are there? How can that can be false without her knowing?
Mr. Lee, how can you be authorizing payment at the level of the revenue collectors without following due process? That's procurement.
I think my director of finance with the planning director testify here.
Go ahead.
What they testify is very correct. We are not doing anything without her knowing.
No.
Although I make some procurements that I used to do on myself, that I accept. But anything that concerns contract, she is very aware.
No, that's not true. Because your director of finance and your planning department, they also admitted that procurement was not strictly followed. They admitted that. Even the CEO that left before you admitted. But then you don't have to admit it, but the evidence they speak for itself.
Yes, me, I am not going to admitted that she's not aware, because simply anything that I am doing, I will make sure she will spearhead everything.
Don't worry.
And from my office is to her office.
Don't worry about that. July 27th, 2021, you were in council.
Yes.
You signed a check for Hull Abit Trading, $500,000.
Yes.
I will give it to you. The budget is here. You tell me the program process that was followed.
Yes.
It's as simple as that. Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee, this is not your first time appearing here. You and I know you don't follow rules. You and I both know rules. They will go to the left and you will go to the, no, you will go to the left and the rules will go to the right. There is a payment too.
Yes.
Payment made to?
Training.
Into the microphone, please.
Let me.
Please kindly speak into the microphone.
Okay, yes.
Payments made to?
To Albert Training.
What is the payment for?
This is disaster. This is disaster that this is 500 that we bought rice and give it to the community.
Is that a procurement? You bought a rice. Is that a procurement? Or it's not?
For this one, I cannot remember exactly, definitely.
Did you sign that one?
I do sign, yes.
To authorize the payment?
Yes, I do sign and authorize the payment.
You agree it's a procurement process? Is procurement of rice?
Yes.
How much? 500,000.
Yes, 500,000.
What
500,000.
What procurement method was followed?
For this one, definitely, this one, it was not followed.
You see?
Yes, I accept.
Why?
Because this one was an emergency one, whereby we went into it as quickly as possible.
So the law says you have the freedom to not follow procurement as long as it is emergency.
No, when there is emergency, you should also follow the procurement as far as we are with the procurement officers at our council.
What was the
level.
emergency in this? See, everyone takes advantage of COVID-19. What was the emergency in this?
It was during COVID-19.
I'm giving you a hint, I know.
It was during COVID-19 when we bought this rice and give it to the communities affected.
What is the emergency in COVID-19? That you, or what do you understand when you say it's emergency? You don't know?
No, all I can say is, I mean, people were they were in need of our support.
We are in need
and we sit together, you know, the council, we sit together and we decide to do it.
Yes.
And it was done.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But you procured rice, paid $500,000, flouted all the rules, did not follow any rule for that matter. You said it was emergency. It was COVID-19. Why was it an emergency? Inapplicable to your case. I'm not saying COVID-19 is not an emergency situation. It's COVID-19, people had to go on lockdown. I'm just asking you, what was the emergency?
But this voucher is well known to everybody, all citizens or communities at West Coast, at West Coast, at North Bank.
All of them, they know you spent $500,000.
Yes, we spent this.
No,
it was not something. It was not something that was indoors or something. Everybody was called. Every people, villages were called. Governor, everybody was called to witness all this.
To witness that you have spent.
We spent $500,000. Hand over it to NDMA.
Now, hear the question. The witness that you have spent $500,000. The witness that you spent $500,000. No, the witness giving of rice.
Yes, exactly.
Not the value.
Not the money.
We are concerned with the money. No one is saying you shouldn't give rice out. We are concerned with the process. The genuineness of the process. That's where the fraud comes in, procurement. You and I know this. Don't divert the topic to suggest that we don't want you to buy rice for the community. In fact, you should buy more rice for the community because you're not doing anything for the community as an area council, all the area councils. So now we now want to know.
No, councils are doing what we can do, definitely.
You are not doing, you see,
no
single council, that's not the issue, Mr. Lee. No single council. With the level of, with the amount of money you collect from the people, harassing the people for the rates and taxes and market dues, you don't do even
let me tell you now.
Let's stick to the issue. Let's stick to the issue.
Yes,
let's
okay.
Stick to the issue.
Okay, council, This thing, it has happened definitely. You have done it without going through the procurement process.
And it's wrong.
It's wrong.
It's unlawful.
It's unlawful, yes.
Mr. Lee, you are responsible for this.
How am I responsible?
You're the CEO.
But CEO also, you have to sit with people and discuss.
Now, who is responsible for this? Tell us now. You and who? Who else?
The council.
Who else will you
I'm not
ask?
alone in the council.
How many of you took the decision to follow this unlawful process? How many of you? You don't want to bear the responsibility alone. Now give us the names. We call them. We put them. The more people we have, the better. Was it your sole decision?
No, it was
Who
not.
else gave you?
Well, all I know, we stood over it.
Who?
I, the planning director, the director of finance, my senior staff, the procurement officer, everybody, we sit over anything that comes to our way.
I will put my procurement officer in this because you disregarded procurement. You said yourself you did not follow procurement. So don't mention the procurement officer. Very unfair. Very unfair. If you had followed procurement, then you can mention the procurement officer. You said you disregarded procurement. Now you want to mention the procurement officer.
No, this one escapes from my mind.
Exactly. So don't mention the procurement officer. Now you yourself, you have cleared the procurement officer. But as CEO, you are primarily responsible. You have the responsibility to make sure that the funds are properly disbursed.
Exactly.
And so you fail to do that.
Exactly.
Good. We have another voucher here.
Okay.
It's the voucher number 2200707. 30th of June 2022, you were there in council? 30th June 2022, you were there in council, correct?
30th June 2023, yes,
Right.
I was there.
Waste collection at Barra, at Farafia, sorry, and Barra. Let me give you the. We also have another waste collection paid to INET, $165,000. Dollars. You will see the corresponding vouchers with the necessary the 3 quotations allegedly. We have evidence it's not true. You don't have 3 quotations. And $170,000 as well paid for another waste collection. So you want to help us with this, all these payments. We do it one at a time. The first voucher
Yes. The first voucher?
Yes. What is the amount?
The amount was 100,000.
200,000.
100,000 before 200,000.
Let me see again. I think I saw 200,000, but maybe I'm wrong. It's 200,000.
It's 100,000. Check the first list. 100,000. 40, 60. Before 200 is 100.
No, this is the requisition. You
Okay.
are reading the requisition. 60, 40.
Yes.
Correct?
Okay.
That is the requisition.
Okay.
That is not a voucher. These are supporting documents.
Documents,
The
okay.
requisition says 100,000 from the director of planning. Right? But what we have is 200,000 as waste. That's what the voucher says.
Let me go over
In
it
fact,
again.
it's two vouchers, 2 requisitions. You have one for Bara and the other for Farafenya.
Exactly.
Okay, it makes it $2,000. You can check it again. That's true. You have seen it?
Yes, I have seen it.
You confirm it's $200,000?
Yes, yes.
The
yes.
first is for Farafenya?
Farafenya, yes.
The second is for Bara?
Bara, yes.
Okay. Where is the payment for?
It's for waste collection and disposal.
Okay. Now, who did you pay?
Where the name is, it has been clipped.
You will be assisted in
Yes.
removing the clip.
Yeah. It's on top here. It was paid to Sirin Falu Job.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, why is Sering follow Job? What I mean is, how did he win the contract? How was he awarded the contract?
That one, the only thing I can, by then I was very new at Kerewan. When I came, you know, I will go through my planning director, then he will assist us, then we will give contracts to these people.
Where were you before Kerewan?
I was in all the councils. Apart from these urban councils, I staff all the councils. There is no
Yes.
council that I don't serve
So
in this
you
one.
being new would not be an excuse, cannot be an excuse then. Correct? You agree with me? You being new in any area council would not be a valid, a genuine reason.
But council, what I want to make clear here is, see you, for me, through my own experience,
Right.
if you happen to go to a council, you have to listen to people so that you can work with them, and you know how to go on. But you cannot just come and you cannot do anything. You have to listen to whom the staffs on the ground.
They tell you how to do
Yes,
your job.
you have to work with, no, not my job, but I have to sit with them and we discuss so that I can know the way forward.
Does that have anything to do with procurement? Whether you follow procurement process or not, you have to listen to them. Is that what you are saying? Is that what you are saying?
For
Listening to them, does it have to do with procurement? Say yes or no?
for procurement,
Yes.
she's hearing what I am saying because she knows everything that I am.
No, let's limit ourselves to this one. That's a general statement. Let me even say yes to that. She knows everything, but now case by case basis. You have the voucher before you.
Yes.
Your first defense was you have to listen to the people. Now I want to know whether in procurement you have to listen to your staff, for your staff to tell you whether to follow procurement process or not.
Not actually my staff, but what I have said here, I said my directors, I have to sit with them, discuss with them.
Anybody.
Yes, not anybody. It cannot be anybody because the staffs, most of the staffs are at the field level.
I'm sorry. Now your director of finance, your directors, must you listen to them for them to tell you whether to follow procurement or not?
No, directors, they will not say that.
Okay. Now, why did you not follow procurement in that payment? Any reason?
No, this one was an oversight.
No oversight?
It was an oversight, Mr. Council.
You guys know what an oversight is. You guys know the meaning of oversight.
Out of your mind.
How can this be out of your mind?
Well, I have done it without consulting her or without telling her what we should do. That was a mistake. No, I can understand.
That cannot be a mistake. That cannot be a mistake. A mistake will suggest the error is genuine, that you never intended to disregard procedure. In fact, it happened, but without it occurring to your mind that you must have followed procurement process. You knew for every procurement there is a process, correct?
Exactly.
So it is within your knowledge. That's not a mistake. Do you understand that? So that is the point. Turn to the next one. Yes, Mr. Lee?
Yes, I have seen it.
There's an amount of 165,000, I believe. You see that?
100?
$65,000 is 165. 165,000. There's a voucher.
Yes, I'm going through the voucher, yes.
What is the voucher number?
It was 7. KACPV 210000913. Voucher date 31st July 2021.
KACP 2, is it 428?
No, KACPV.
Yeah, yes.
PV21 0000913.
Let me please see that voucher. I'm not sure whether we are referring to the same voucher.
That's the voucher number.
But when you were in council, you met Nyaka Sigasama, right?
No, here, 165 here.
The number I have is 22000428. 165. The date is 30th of March 2022.
Yeah, 165. That's it here also.
Are we together?
Yes, we are together.
Okay, you have now seen the voucher.
Yes.
428.
Yes, 428.
Who is the payee? Who did you pay to?
I think it's INET Enterprise.
Who owns INET? Is there a check attached to it?
No.
Turn to the other supporting documents. You may see a check. Is there a check?
No, the check is in the name of Babu.
Who?
Babu.
Babu what?
Babu Ndur.
Why would you pay Babu Ndur when the pay is supposed to be INET? Any reason?
Well, on the issue of payments, that is directly the responsibility of the Director of Finance.
My friend, Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee, let's not get into that.
Yes, I'm hearing.
Let's not get into that. What do you mean by that? You signed the check.
I signed check, he also signed check, and he is responsible for payments.
No, you are responsible for payments. See, you guys keep on confusing your roles.
I am not.
You are the primary director of finance in council.
Exactly, yes.
They give you the name that they give no one, probably apart from the accountant general. You are the chief accounting officer.
We are the chief accountants, but we are also not responsible for everything that is running in the council.
You are responsible for everything in council together with the chairman and council itself. The director of finance has no power when it comes to expenditure. In fact, he advises you. Do you understand? In fact, the director of finance's role is such that it is your role that you can delegate the director of finance. Do you get it?
But council, on the issue of payments, that is directly the mandate of the director of finance.
No. Let's go to the authority for expenditure. Those who have authority, payments are expenditures, correct? It says authority for expenditure 19, page 19, section 305. But the authority to incur expenditure is vested in council through the budget approval. The finance director shall not make any payment, nor accept any charge in his accounts unless authorized by the chief executive. He does the physical act. You are the overall boss.
Exactly.
You say yes, he does. He makes payment.
That's true.
You will say no, he cannot make payment if you say no. Do you understand that? For every payment, for every dollar, you should give your green light. After it has followed due process, obviously, then you should give your green light. Even if all processes are correct and you decide not to sign, the check cannot be honored. Can it be?
Yes, I know.
Exactly. The voucher cannot be honored if you haven't signed the voucher. Not the case? Is that not the case?
That's the case.
So who is in control of payments? Who is in control of payment? Going by our discussion now, who is in control?
I am in control.
Thank you.
But he's next to me again.
Absolutely.
Yes, he's next to me. Yes.
You see, whenever you go down, it's difficult for the director of finance not to go down with you, because he has his own mandate as well. But today you are the one who is here.
Yes.
So we just limit ourselves to your responsibilities.
Okay.
Now, that payment, why did you pay? Sign the check in the name of Babu, revenue collector.
Babu Nur.
Yes, why?
Well, Babu was doing all payment. He was doing some payments for us. Yes, because he's in Farafenye. You know, he's familiar to these bankers there. Then anything we authorize him, it will be done as we want. So this is why we were. In fact, at times this is why we'll divert payments to him. Okay. Not the sub-treasury head.
Okay.
Yes.
That's fine. That's still a general statement.
Yes.
Very improper. We're not interested in that. Now, why did you make payment to Babundur in this case?
This is what I have said here.
That is a general statement.
That
he's in Farafenye.
Yes, he's in Farafenye. There are some payments that when we need those payments, we'll just draw a check.
Yes.
But this check is drawn in the name of, I think, Maudo.
Yes.
Is it?
You gave me Babundur's name.
Okay, yes. It's Babundur.
Okay.
Babundur,
now,
yes.
Be it as it may, the name doesn't even matter. It matters to the point that we're talking about a revenue collector, a staff of council, who is not the contractor.
Council, I agree.
This case, let's limit ourselves to this case. Why?
No, this is what I'm saying. I agree. In a proper manner, it should be written in the name of the contractor.
Right.
But that was the mistake we did.
Why was it paid in the name of Babundur? There must be a reason.
But I did not see that reason. I did not see the reason.
You don't see the reason?
No.
So there was no reason?
No, the reason is Babu will take care of everything that that
you cannot take care of. That the contractor cannot take care of by himself. Did Babu pay the contractor?
No, on the issue of payments, I cannot tell you who paid the contractor. All I know, it was the check was drawn in his name.
Now,
But normally, we draw the checks in his name, but he hand over the money to the staffs for payments.
did Babu pay this contractor for the trucks?
That I cannot remember, absolutely, because I am directly not responsible for payments.
No.
I just authorize council. I will just authorize, but for payments, do this, do that, definitely I don't do that.
You see, Mr. Lee, are you not interested to know whether payments you've authorized are actually really paid to the intended receivers? You're not interested?
I am.
So why would you not know? Why would you not know? First, you are paying to someone who is a council staff who is not the payee. Now, if that person keeps the money, how would you know? Will you know?
I will know, they will inform me.
Who will inform you?
Even the director can inform me.
The director will inform you?
The director of finance will inform me. And even the contract, the owner of the contract will inform me.
Who is the owner of the contract?
Well, INET
Who is INET? INET is a business.
Yes, personally, me, I don't know him.
No, you know INET. You know INET because you know Nyakasi Kasava.
Me, if I tell you to be very honest, I met Nyakasi only once throughout my stay.
I met so many
in North Bank.
once and I
throughout my stay in North Bank, I met.
Nyakasi Kasava owns INET.
Yes, I'm not denying it. I said I met him only once.
But you knew this. You knew Nyakasi Kasama is INET. Correct? That's a fact. It's Ramadan. We all speak the truth. Exactly. So you knew Nyakasi Kasama is INET. It's a fact. You agree? Do you agree? Mr. Lee, do you agree? Is it a yes?
Yes, I agree.
All right, we will continue from there.
This is a convenient point to stop. We will reconvene after 2.
Thank you.